Now, we proudly present Berwick Bulldogs football on Pop Radio. Brought to you by Bob Subs, W&L Subaru, Nissan, Mazda, and Collision Center, First Columbia Bank and Trust, Flick Brothers Electric, Independence Ford, Preferred Portables, Mayo Funeral Home, Neighbor Fence Company, S.J. Kowalski, Reds Roofing, Nespoli Jewelers, ND Accounting, Mason Monogram, Eco First, Lehigh Valley Health Network, and Blaze Alexander Family Buick GMC of Bloomsburg. Now, with Andy Ulickney, here's the voice of the Dogs, Jim Doyle.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from John Hensey's War Memorial Stadium in Peckville, this is a District 2 for a quarterfinal as the Bulldogs take on the Cougars of Valley View. I am Jim Doyle, along with Andy Ulickney. The producer of this broadcast is Julie Lentz. Well, a little over 2 months and 25 degrees ago at Crispin Field, Valley View took on the Bulldogs and beat Berwick 34-15. After that game, it was the start of a long stretch of good football for Valley View. They won their first 7 games, didn't slip up until week 8. That was against a very good Delaware Valley game. And then they lost on their final game of the season last Saturday afternoon to Scranton Prep. So they come in 8-2, and as a result, they are the number 2 seed in this 8-team tournament. For the Bulldogs, they are 3-7. They are, however, unlike Valley View, coming off a win. They won at Senior Day at Crispin Field last Friday over Hazleton area by a score of 39-34. So the Bulldogs 3-7. They faced only 3 teams that had losing records on the season, and they beat all 3 of them. But unfortunately, the 7 teams that beat them are having great seasons. In fact, with the regular season now history, those 7 teams that beat Berwick have a combined record of 54-16. So Berwick against Valley View, the rematch, if you will, from that game on September 1st at Crispin Field. Andy Ulickney with me for Berwick football tonight. Andy, Berwick's chances in this game rely on running the football, and we know from having seen the Bulldogs every week, they've gotten much better each week in that department, but they have to do better than they did the first time against Valley View.
No, they didn't do well at all, Jim. You know, their stud running backs, Tyler Winter, who's, 98 yards away from a 1,000-yard season, had just 40 yards in that game. Ethan Lear had just 16 at a quarterback. Now, agreed that zone read that they run has proven problematic for almost all the teams they've seen after about 2-3 games into the season. They kind of got the finesse down, the line got blocking better, and they've been moving the ball, and very few teams outside of Dallas have been able to solve it. So they're hoping they can get that magic back tonight, control things on the ground, and keep it away from a very tough Valley View offense.
Yeah, the defense against the run will be key for Berwick in this game because Valley View had over 240 yards rushing as a team against Berwick on September 1st. That is what they do. They throw less than 8 passes a game. So stopping the run game is number 1 for the Bulldogs.
Well, it's a world of difference in the defense as well, Jim. People were kind of penciled in preseason as to where they're going to be. And all of a sudden, when varsity action started, some people weren't quite ready for varsity action. They were weak at outside linebacker. They had to make some changes. Other people gained experience as the year has gone on. They've moved Harrison Snyder back to the defensive front. So it's a world of difference defensively by what Berwick's putting out there, to go against that Valley View offense, and hopefully it can slow it down.
Well, we know that the Bulldogs have gotten better since week 2. Have the Cougars gotten better? We'll pose that question to their first-year head coach, Scott Wasilchik. We'll hear from him coming up next. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now and 25 more to arrive soon, you don't have to reserve one. You can drive one home today. And with the highest trade values, the lowest rates, and the Blaze Alexander lowest price guaranteed, now is the time to drive one off our lot. Shop online where we're always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. Taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new Cancer Center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton offers a state-of-the-art radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, access to many cancer care experts, and the latest telemedicine capabilities, all at one convenient location. Visit lbhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center to learn more.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The regular season is history. It's time for postseason football here at John Hensey's War Memorial Stadium in Peckville. It's a District 2 4A quarterfinal. The Bulldogs of Berwick against the Cougars of Valley View. The winner of this game will face the winner of tonight's game between North Pocono and Wyoming area. Well, as we mentioned earlier, a little over 2 months ago, September 1st to be exact, Valley View beat Berwick 34-15 at Crispin Field. Cougars first-year head coach Scott Wasilchak on how his team has changed since then.
Yeah, we're quite different than that team. We've really matured as a team. Our kids have really stepped up and have been playing very hard. And we had a lot of different people in different positions throughout the year, and I think we're pretty deep at a lot of positions, and I think we're hitting on all cylinders right now. We've had a tough stretch there towards the end of the season, played Delaware Valley and Scranton Prep, but those games I think help us for the playoffs. You're playing that type of competition. It gets us ready to go into battle.
You had to replace a terrific running back, all-stater from a year ago, Connor Hilling. Cam Higgins comes into this game with some really good numbers on the season. Why is he a good running back?
Cam does everything the way it's supposed to be done. He has worked tirelessly to get where he's at, and I think we're just scratching the surface with him. I think he's going to have a great playoff run. He really is a talented football player and even a better person.
You mentioned that your team has come along during the course of the season since that first meeting with Berwick. I think you'll agree the Bulldogs have improved as well. What specific concerns do you have about that?
To me, that's a tough draw for us. I think they're one of the better Quad A teams in the district right now, and they've improved on all parts of their game. Their quarterback and their tailback are just dynamic. On defense, they're very aggressive. I'm kind of concerned about them, to be honest with you. They're a quality football team right now.
That's Scott Wasilchak, now in his first season as head coach of the Cougars of Valley View after 11 years as an assistant. He was an all-state defensive back at Valley View as a senior. Comes from a great football coaching family. His dad was a longtime Hall of Fame coach at Lakeland. His brother Jeff was the head coach at Lackawanna Trail. Scott Wasilchak replaces George Hawanitz, who stepped down after last season after 16 mostly successful seasons. His record was 116-68. In fact, in the history of this football program, they've only had 3 coaches. Frank Pizzalia led to George Hawanitz, led to Scott Wasilchak. The Cougars come into this one as the number 2 seed in the district behind only Dallas. They come in with a record of 8-2. We'll check the starters for the Bulldogs when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independent Sports Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new cancer center in Lehigh Hazleton offers a state-of-the-art radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, access to many cancer care experts, and the latest telemedicine capabilities, all at one convenient location. Visit lbhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center to learn more.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Breezy night here in Peckville. Temperatures will drop into the 40s, maybe the high 30s before this evening is out, and we'll keep you posted on the weather conditions since we are on the roof of the press box in this wonderful facility. Here's the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. At the tight end, number 34, Harrison Snyder. He's 6'3", 220, a senior, 5 catches for 76 yards. The left tackle will be number 56, J.J. Leonard. 6 foot, 230, a sophomore. Liam Carroll, one of the senior captains for the Bulldogs, starts at left guard. Liam wears number 78. He's 5'10", 232. His starting center is number 51, Gavin Jones, 5'7", 195, a junior. Starting at the right guard position tonight is Matt Gordner, number 62, big sophomore at 6 foot, 265 pounds. The Bulldogs will be without Chase Shuckers, who's played a lot of football for this team on both sides of the football, but he's out with an injury that's bothered him for some time. And Draven Geiger, number 70, will start at right tackle in his stead. Draven is a 6 foot, 265 pound sophomore. The leading receiver for the Bulldogs, number 11, Billy Hansen. He is a 6'1", 168 pound junior, 27 passes caught in the season for 206 yards and 1 touchdown. Another receiver for the Bulldogs is Josh Kishbaugh, the senior at 5'10", 160, 15 catches for 173 yards, and also with 15 receptions, a sophomore, number 20, Ty Wilkerson, 6'1", 165-pounder. The quarterback is number 3, Ethan Lear, 6'1", 185, a senior, his first year as a starter, and he's done very, very well. He's the second leading rusher on this team, 570 yards and 9 touchdowns. He's completed 52% of his passes for 845 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. The leading rusher for the Dogs is number 5, Tyler Winter, 5'7", 165. Another one of these players who broke into the starting lineup for the first time as a senior and has really delivered. 902 rushing yards on the season and 12 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.8 yards a carry. He's also caught 7 passes for 90 yards. At the fullback, number 33, Jimmy DeAndrea. He is 5'11", 195 pounds, a senior. 238 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 6.8 yards a carry, and he had a huge carry in that win over Hazleton area. Early in the second half, Bulldogs up by 14. They're about to punt the football, 4th and 2. They elect to go for it. And Jimmy DeAndre not only gets the first down, but gets the touchdown as well from 66 yards out. Those are the starters for the Bulldogs offensively under acting head coach Bo Orlando. They come in with 3 and 7, averaging 19.6 points per game. Good rushing numbers, 186.9 to 84.5 passing. We'll take a look at the starters for Valley View when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
It's the season of inspiration at W&L Mazda.
Take advantage of 3.9% financing for 72 months on all 2023 Mazda CX-5 and CX-30 turbo models.
A fan favorite, the versatile 3-row Mazda CX-90 with an incline 6 turbo is available with 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus an additional $3,700 off MSRP.
Visit W&L Mazda off Route 11 in Northumberland or online at WNLMazda.com.
2024 Mazda CX-90 MSRP $62,720. BIN R114054. Offers up to $3,700 off MSRP equals $2,000 Mazda ARP cash plus $1,700 W&L cashback. Financing for well-qualified applicants. See dealer for complete details.
I'm Lance Steele, president of First Columbia Bank.
I'm Rob Glunk, president of Muncie Bank.
On November 11th, First Columbia Bank and Muncie Bank are joining to become Journey Bank.
Journey Bank customers will have access to 22 convenient community offices across our 5-county region. Customers will enjoy the same exceptional service from the same team.
Our banks are coming together with a commitment to serving our communities as a strong local bank for years to come.
Journey Bank, with you every step of the way on your financial journey.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independent Sports Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independent Sport, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independent Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Getting ready for the 16th meeting between Berwick and Valley View. 12 of those meetings in the postseason, including this District 2 4A quarterfinal here tonight. Cougars have really had Berwick's number of late. They lead the overall series 10-5, but they've won 9 straight. In fact, you have to go back to 1998 for the last time a Berwick team defeated Valley View. Here are the starters offensively for the Cougars. The tight end number 4, Kyle Rupp. He is a 6'1", 195-pound senior. They go to him. He has 15 catches for 154 yards and 5 touchdowns. We also might see a player that we're used to seeing just on defense. Rob Nolan is an outstanding defensive end for this team. But he's going to be wearing number 40 tonight, and we might see him a bit at the tight end position. The left tackle is number 57, Steve Holleran. He is 6'1", 240, a senior. Logan Smith starts at left guard. 5'11", 245, a senior. Jerry Wasilchak, the nephew of the head coach, is the starting center. He wears number 50. He's 6'2", 255, a senior. Nico Hazelton is the starting right guard. He wears number 59. He's 5'10", 220 pounds, a sophomore. The right tackle is another nephew of head coach Scott Wasilchak, number 68, Thomas Fiorelli. He is 6'2", 255, a junior. At a wide receiver position, Dominic Mimo. He wears number 3. He's a 6', 175-pound senior. 6 receptions of the season for 131 yards. 2 years ago, when they had an injury at the quarterback position, Mimo filled in at that position and led his team to the district title. He has thrown 21 passes on the season, so we may see him do some quarterback. In fact, we've been told that as many as 5 different players have taken direct snaps from center, so we'll have to stay alert on that this evening. The quarterback is number 12, Casey Mausberg. He is 5'10", 180 pounds, a junior. He's completing 50% of his passes, 36 for 72 for 535 yards, 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. They don't throw the ball a lot. So Mausberger, about 7.2 passes a game. They do have an excellent running back as usual. This year it's a senior by the name of Cam Higgins, number 20. 5'8", 180 pounds, 1,174 yards rushing, and 9 touchdowns on the season. They also have an excellent fullback who had a huge game against Berwick back on September 1st. His name is Preston Reed. He wears number 15. He is 6'1", 215 pounds, a junior. In that game at Crispin Field, he had 11 carries for 125 yards and had one of the big plays of the game. Caught a screen pass and went 54 yards for a touchdown. Rounding out the starting lineup, their leading receiver, Chris Savkov. He wears number 11. He is 6'3", 185, a senior, 24 receptions on the season for 392 yards and 3 touchdowns. Those are the starters for the Cougars of Valley View under Scott Wasilchik in his first season as head coach. They come in as the number 2 seed in this tournament. They come in with a record of 8-2. The Bulldogs against the Cougars. Keys to tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Well, Jim, again, it's going to come down to which team can stop the run. Both teams feature it. It's their identity. They both like to run. They're both very successful with it. Valley View has a great runner in Cam Higgins. He's already over 1,000 yards on the season. Berwick, they feature Tyler Winter, who's just 98 yards short of that 1,000-yard mark. So I think we're going to see teams try to feature their run, try to establish it, and the key is going to be which defense is going to be able to slow the other down. For Valley View, Higgins, he's been described by people who know football as very tough. He does everything the right way. You know, we're not hearing a whole lot about running styles, but he's obviously a very good running back. When you do look at his numbers, 1,174 yards, averaging 7.3 yards a carry, 9 touchdowns, 117 yards a game. He's good. Part of it is going to be, looking at the offensive line that he has. These 5 up front have started every game this season for this team. They're coached well. They have great technique. They get underneath. They get low. They get leverage. They double team well. They do what they need to do. So they certainly have the technique part of it down, and they also have great size. So when you add that physical dimension, you go 243 pounds a man on the average. So, Berwick's going to need its 3-4 defense to really be able to get physical to take on these offensive linemen, perhaps stunt some, slant some, to be able to keep them from getting the blocks that they want. Now, Berwick also feels with its 4-3, they need a little bit more run support. It's 3-4. They're going to cheat the safety up a good bit during this game, play it like 8 men up front, 8 in the box, and that'll usually be Braylon Hawkins. He started the season as a linebacker, moved to safety for the good of the team, but I think we're going to see him up playing more like a linebacker. Now, it sacrifices some pass defense, but it's a risk Berwick's just going to have to take. Berwick can't ignore the pass. In fact, you don't even know who's going to pass. You mentioned have nice numbers, catching people by surprise. So Rupp is a big tight end. He has 15 catches. Dom Mimo, another name from the past and this year, who's, star power. So you can't ignore the pass, but you certainly have to try to key up there on that run to make the stops that you have to get. Turn it around. Valley View's 4-4 defense has to try to contain Berwick's zone read attack. In fact, I think Dallas has been the only with the running back, Tyler Winter. He reads how the defense is playing it. He either gives it if the seam is there, or he keeps it. Get it in this game. If he's able to do that, then they have ball control with the run and a good big defensive end at 6'1", 240. Opposite on the other side, Rob Nolan, 6'1", 245 pounds. Great numbers last year, great numbers this year. They're very physical, and they can come down hard if it's the give or the inside read by the quarterback, or they can widen. I'm sure Valley View's coaching staff will have a variety of different looks where those defensive ends can't be read all that easily. So we'll see how it goes. Which D will be able to stop the other's running game? I think that's the key to the game, Jim. That's the way I see it.
Bulldogs about to make their way on the far side of the field where their away jerseys, that's white jerseys, white pants, white helmets, blue numerals, and trim. And the Cougars of Valley View about to make their appearance on the near side of the field. They're wearing the dark blue jerseys, blue helmets, gold numerals, gold pants, and trim. And once you get into November, weather is a crapshoot. Not all that bad. I'd like to think it's because of the candle I lit at St. Columbus during the week, knowing we were going to be on the roof of the press box.
Yeah, Valley View sticks us up on the roof. They have their coaches inside. Berwick's coaches out on the roof as well on the opposite side from us. But it's pleasant enough. We'll suffer a little bit of a breeze higher up. I don't see it really happening down on the field. And that's what sort of makes people a little bit more chilly, would be that breeze. Players, especially if they're going two ways, won't even notice it. Others, once they get into the flow of the action, I think players are going to be fine. Of course, the field, like most fields, in fact, I don't know, Berwick's played on grass this year. Artificial surface, it looks relatively new. Wonderfully colored with blue around and the gold of Valley View in one end zone and Cougars down in the other, a big Cougar paw in the middle. A beautiful setting for football if we weren't sitting outside.
Cougars against the Bulldogs. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now and 25 more to arrive soon, you don't have to reserve one. You can drive one home today. And with the highest trade values, the lowest rates, and the Blaze Alexander lowest price guaranteed, now is the time to drive one off our lot. Shop online where we're always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. Taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
I'm Lance Steele, President of First Columbia Bank.
I'm Rob Glunk, President of Muncie Bank.
On November 11th, First Columbia Bank and Muncie Bank are joining to become Journey Bank.
Journey Bank customers will have access to 22 convenient community offices across our 5-county region. Customers will enjoy the same exceptional service from the same team.
Our banks are coming together with a commitment to serving our communities as a strong local bank for years to come.
Journey Bank, with you every step of the way on your financial journey.
Mason Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new Cancer Center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton offers a state-of-the-art radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, access to many cancer care experts, and the latest telemedicine capabilities, all at one convenient location. Visit lbhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center to learn more.
The home of the Berwick Bulldogs. This is W234BH Berwick at 94.7, WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, W288CF Danville at 105.5, and streaming online at thisispopradio.com. Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Just about set to go with playoff football action here tonight from Valley View's Cougar Stadium. It's actually the
John Hensey's War Memorial Stadium.
Yeah,
John Hensey's, what a great guy.
Yeah, legendary coach at Blakely. Berwick won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they'll be kicking off. The referee is Joe Lally Jr. Dave Mikowski is the umpire. Ray Boynton is the linesman. Carmen Saporito is the line judge. Dave Baker is the back judge. The side judge is Kevin Grassi. Patrick Roman is the field judge, and the chain official, Ariano Valentino. The Bulldogs will be kicking off, and the Cougars will be moving from our left to our right as we view things. When Andy got here, both of us got here late this afternoon. There was a lot of wind. Not much as we get set for this one.
No, flags not really moving. They're a little bit below us as we're up here on the roof. And again, a comfortable night. Should be even comfortable for the fans who have to sit through this here in November.
Cam Higgins and Nick Kuharski are deep for the Cougars. Luke Peters does the kicking off for Berwick. So this District 2 4A quarterfinal is underway as Peters' kick sails to the far side. Kuharski back in the 4-yard line to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and hit and dropped over the 20 at the 25 as Gavin Galusha on special teams comes down, makes a nice open field tackle for the Bulldogs, who will line up this way defensively on the front three. It'll be Draven Geiger, Luke Krepich, and Harrison Snyder. Inside linebackers, Jimmy DeAndrea and Liam Carroll. Outside, Ty Wilkerson and Skylar Neville will check the secondary after this play.
Safety Braylon Hawkins will cheat up a little bit to help stop the run.
From the 26-yard line, a huge hole off the right side over the 40 is Higgins. He's over midfield. He's down the far sideline, 40, 35, and out of bounds at about the Berwick 30-yard line. So the first play of this game, a huge run for Cam Higgins.
Well, they blocked it at the point of attack. He came out the C-gap on the right side, but then downfield, sloppy tackling on the part of Berwick. Sometimes cold weather leads to that. You go to grab or you have gloves on and you're just not making good contact. Berwick should have stopped him after about 20. Instead, this long run.
44 yards on the carry. 1st and 10 Cougars at the Bulldog 30. Offset eye behind Casey Mausberger, the quarterback. Reed gets his first carry, tries the left side, and this time, great pursuit to the football by the Bulldogs. Mike fell among the people in.
Harrison Snyder was at the point of attack, and he had the man grabbed about a yard deep in the backfield. But again, this runner's tough. He's able to break free of that. But as you mentioned, people rallying to the ball that time, Jim, have to knock it back for a yard.
2nd down and 11. Valley View. Moving from our left to our right, they have the football at the 31-yard line. That's secondary for Berwick. Billy Hansen and Josh Kishbaugh at the corners. Braylon Hawkins, Caleb May are the safeties. 2nd down call. Straight I formation behind Mausberger. Takes the snap, tosses the ball to Higgins off the right side, makes a nice cut to the inside the 20, and inside the 15-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, just too far, Jim. Braylon Hawkins, but back in the secondary, had to make the play. Corners came up to contain, but didn't contain him well. Sent him to the inside in the C gap, but he just ran tough in there.
17 yards on that carry. So Higgins, who has over 1,000 yards on the season, has 61 on 2 carries here to open the game.
Yeah, he's been strong. Berwick needs to get physical with him.
1st and 10, Cougars. They have 2 blocking backs to the right side now. Higgins is the lone running back behind Malsberger. And Higgins gets the call off the right side. Lots of blocking, still on his feet down to the 2-yard line. And right now, that offensive front for Valley View really opening up huge holes.
Well, plus you mentioned the 2 blocking backs, Jim. Their guys were very stout as well. They're able to lead right at the point of attack. Valley View says, hey, we're coming here, try to stop us, and Berwick's just not up to it right now.
That 11-yard carry by Higgins is his shortest of the 3 that he's had so far. 1st and goal from the 3, power eye to the right side. The call to Higgins again. He goes in easily, standing up for a touchdown. And a powerful drive by Valley View to start this game.
Yeah, and Berwick's just not looking strong. It looks like they don't want to try to collide. They don't want to, physically mesh with this team. And they met him eventually in the end zone. I'd have put a lick on him. Berwick instead kind of, stands there and doesn't. You need to get physical if you want to stay in this ball game. Right now, Berwick's not going to have a chance with the way they play defense there.
And beyond the clean will attempt the extra point. Snap, placement, McLean's kick is up, and the kick is no good. No good. Time out on the field, 9:16 to go, opening quarter. Valley View 6, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
What a start for Valley View as they take that opening kickoff and put together a 74-yard scoring drive on 5 plays. Most of those yards by running back Cam Higgins. And they have the 6-0 lead as the extra point attempt failed. Logan Smith will kick it off. And Berwick will get it for the first time in this game. Bulldogs trailing 6-0, 9-16. Remains opening quarter.
Berwick coaches need to get in the ears of the defense. They got to come up much more physically.
Smith's kick comes up very, very short. It's a loose ball. And Berwick fortunate as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, 2 players went to get it, and as they both dove for it, I think the one hit the helmet of a Berwick player diving. He then knocks it back toward the Berwick end zone, but out of bounds. They lost about 6-7 yards on that. Otherwise, the short kick would have been fine.
Valley View has some excellent bookend defensive ends in Stephen Halloran and Rob Nolan. Nick Williams, Alex Consoretti, the tackles, Smith and Gianni Marino inside linebackers, Patrick McIntyre and Tyler Skovic outside. Secondary, Key Leslie and Nick Kuharski at the corners, Chris Savkoff at the safety. 1st and 10, Berwick at their 28. Play action. First play is a pass over the middle, incomplete. Billy Hansen was open. The pass sailed over his head, and the player who had the best chance at it was Nick Kuharski.
I like the notion of play action. You expect Berwick to run. He meshed with his running back, Tyler Winter, but then he took a little step or 2 to the left, had time, able to drill it downfield, but a little too high for Billy Hansen to be able to get it.
2nd and 10, Berwick at their own 28-yard line. Hansen splits wide to the right. Hawkins, another receiver to that side in the slot. From the gun, first carry for Winter, and Tyler Winter gets over the 30 out to about the 32-yard line, bringing up the Bulldogs' first 3rd down situation of the night.
He had a sweeping look from the left to the right side. But Tyler Winter saw a seam, went north-south rather quickly, and he took the 5 yards that were there for him.
So 3rd and 5 for Bulldogs. They really need to convert because Valley View looked unstoppable in their first offensive series. Bulldogs need to at least keep the ball for a while. Here's a 3rd and 5. Lear out of the gun. Winter to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Back to throw is Lear, and he has his man Billy Hansen for a first down over the 45 out to the 47-yard line.
Berwick used formation well. They had trips up to the right. You could see Lear widening people to create more of a natural seam where his receiver Billy Hansen was able to get inside there, find that opening, drilled it to him, and what did he get, about 17 yards, Jim?
14 to the 47-yard line as we go under 8 minutes to go in this opening quarter. So the Bulldogs convert on their first 3rd down situation of the game. Now the snap as it goes to Hansen out of the Wildcat. He tries to sweep the left side. Nothing there. Tries to take it to the far side. Koharski holds his ground and makes the play. Boy, that's a nice play by Nick Koharski. As Billy Hansen started left, came all the way to the right, and then it was one-on-one against Koharski. If he doesn't make the play, maybe it's a big play. Instead, it's a gain of a yard to the 48.
Yeah, Billy Hansen in Wildcat trying to sweep left, but stuffed up. Reverses his field, hoping his speed would be there to be able to do it. But as you mentioned, Jim, the defense playing very strong, watching for the cutback, not allowing it.
2nd and 9, Berwick at their own 48-yard line. Gavin Jones, the center over the football there. Harrison Snyder on a wing to the right. Now he shifts to the left side. Slot to the left. Lear has the snap. He's looking to the right. Nothing there. He's going to keep the football. He's in big trouble. He rolls right, turns the corner, gets to midfield, and that's it. So he gets 2 yards out of it, and another 3rd down situation coming for Berwick.
He got 2, Jim, but it looked like he was going to lose about 6 or 7. He felt pressure, tried to step up the middle in the pocket. It wasn't there, nowhere to go. So he tried to break to the left, again chased back to the right. Able to get at least some positive yardage, but he'll set up a passing down on 3rd and about 7 or 8, or 7 and 6 maybe.
Lear went to the sideline to talk to offensive coordinator Nick Dawson. 3rd down, Berwick from midfield. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Lear out of the gun. Valley View jumped across. So Berwick will get a little closer.
Valley View jumped into the neutral zone, and then up the top, I think it was Billy Hansen also broke, but it will be against Valley View, as you mentioned. Oh, against Berwick.
Yes.
So it will be that wide receiver who's going to be called. I guess that big number 40, Jim, Robbie Nolan's wearing that number, who came across, was able to get back. Defense is allowed a little bit more liberty, but a wide receiver can't really break his stance and move forward.
Well, they're not allowed to make contact, though, and I thought he did. Here's a 3rd and 12. Lear out of the gun, has the snap, back to throw. Big pass rush. He's in trouble. Rolls left. Has some running room, needs a block or two, gets to the 40 of Valley View, and gets to the 36-yard line for a first down. Excellent job, Ethan Lear.
Ethan Lear did. You mentioned that one block he needed. It was Joshua Kishbaugh, who was out there on a route. Came back to help his quarterback, and just enough interference to allow him to cut inside of that and get the chains.
19 yards on the run by Ethan Lear on a 3rd and 12. Huge play. 1st and 10 Berwick at the Valley View 36.
He makes it look so natural, Jim. He seems so at ease at quarterback, even under the pressure, under the duress. He just still seems in control. Wonderful run.
3 receivers to the right. Lear gives the ball to Tyler Winter, and he gets nothing.
Patrick McIntyre coming down hard on that diving action off tackle to the left side. Outside linebacker, not going to be fooled on that, able to make the play.
Right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10, Berwick at the Valley View 36-yard line. Fast-moving opening quarter, 4.5 minutes remaining. Valley View scored on their first possession. They lead Berwick 6-0. So Bulldogs break the huddle. They'll have a slot to the right and a slot to the left. And Lear out of the gun with Tyler Winter to his left. 2nd down call. Valley View showing blitz. The call goes to Winter off the right side. He runs into one of those would-be blitzers and gets only a yard.
Yeah, trying to hit the C gap with a quick dive. But Valley View had a man in the area, as you mentioned, Jim. And he was crashing hard inside, and he crashed right into the running lane.
Second down, make that third down and 9. Berwick at the Valley View 35. Obviously 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. So they don't need to get all of it, but they'd like to have a more manageable fourth down here.
They'd like to do it with the play call in the huddle rather than impromptu running.
Lear fakes handoff, keeps the football. He's in trouble. He will lose yardage way back to the 40-yard line. McIntyre, the linebacker, makes the play.
Hayden Smith was the first man in. He grabbed him by the waist at about 5 yards behind the line. He spun away from that, but then, as you mentioned, McIntyre also coming through. So now you wonder, is it fourth down territory after the loss of about 4 yards there?
Yeah, 4th and 14 as Lear trots over toward the sideline to get a play call. We could have the play call, or we could have a pooch punt.
He's punted on the course of the season. It's not the worst thing to make Valley View go the distance of the field.
4th and 14 from the Valley View 39. Lear has the snap, and he's back to throw, and he's looking long downfield into traffic, and the ball is intercepted at the 4-yard line. That's a good play for Berwick, actually, because it's as good as a punt.
I have number 8, Robert Sebastinelli, with that, Jim. He's not normally into defensive starting or the 2 deep, but he did go high. As you mentioned, an awareness that it's fourth down would have been to bat that away or knock it down into the ground. Instead, he wants the interception. Can't blame him. Most players do. It's always an impressive play, and instincts take over. I don't know if that's him down now around the 5-yard line, but we have an injury timeout.
Yeah, Valley will be taking over at their own 5-yard line following this injury timeout. 2:35 to go in the opening quarter. Valley View, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new Cancer Center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton offers a state-of-the-art radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, access to many cancer care experts, and the latest telemedicine capabilities, all at one convenient location. Visit lbhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center to learn more.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Injury timeout continues with 2:35 to go in this opening quarter. It is Chris Savkov who was involved in that play down near the goal line that resulted in the Sebastinelli interception on the 4th and 14 heave by Ethan Lear.
Big heave bomb, and you're throwing it deep down toward your end zone, Jim, and you really don't mind. If you can't catch it, then you'd rather it be intercepted. Certainly flips the field position, and Valley View's going to have to go 95, 96 yards to score.
But they didn't look like they would have any problem going any
No, they didn't.
on that first possession. So Berwick really needs to gear up on defense from the 5-yard line. An I formation as the call goes to Reed off the left side, and Reed carries tacklers over the 10 out to about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a tough man to carry. You're looking in there at DeAndrea. Plays an aggressive linebacker, came up, hit him at 1 yard past the line of scrimmage, but then the head of steam that he had was able to carry him the rest of the way, make it a 9-yard gain.
Out to the 14-yard line, second down and 1. Again, the I formation. Mausberger gives to Higgins off the left side, looking for the first down yardage. I think the forward progress will get him that.
Yep, they're going to move the chains over on the other side. They have a chain official in Marino Valentini. As soon as he sees it, he's telling his crew over there, the civilians, to move those chains, reset it, let's keep things going. Another Valley View player down. Jim Trainer's out.
So the 16-yard line is where the ball will be placed for a first down. If you're just joining us, Valley View scored quickly, all on the ground in their first possession off the opening kickoff, mostly with Cam Higgins doing the running. In fact, he finished it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point failed. And then, Andy, go back to Berwick's first possession. There were some promising signs there.
There were. A lot of them, though, had to be impromptu, Jim, where the quarterback decides he's going to do some running. Who is our injured player?
Preston Reed, the fullback.
Reed, yeah. It was comfortably behind the point of the tackles. They must have got mixed up with somebody. He was rubbing at his knee. He'll come out. I'm sure we'll see him back again.
1st and 10 for Valley View. They have the ball at their own 16-yard lines. They move from our left to a right here in the opening quarter, which has 1:40 remaining.
Preston Reed had a great game in the opener with Berwick. Jim, you mentioned 11 carries, 125 yards.
Offset eye behind the quarterback, Casey Malsberger, from the 16. He's back for his first pass, and he hits Dominic Nemo, and he's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets out to about the 27-yard line. So good first down pass from Casey Malsberger to Dominic Nemo.
Yeah, nice and easy. He fakes it inside, the backs cross, and then it's sort of a hitch pass. His man Memo's a yard or so downfield. What did they gain on that? I have a tough time seeing these chains.
12 yards on the reception by Dominic Nemo, and a first down for the Cougars at their 28-yard line. I formation. Higgins gets the call, looking for some running room. Not much there. Berwick defends it pretty well. He gets just to the 31-yard line as Harrison Snyder makes the play for the Bulldogs.
It came across the formation from the right side at defensive tackle, over across the face of the center. A very aggressive play by the defensive tackle to get to that tough running back, Kem Higgins.
Still got 4, though, to the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for Valley View. Maybe the final play of this fast-moving first quarter. As Savkov back in there after being shaken up earlier. He's wide to the left. Here's a 2nd down call.
Quarterback
fake to Higgins, and straight ahead will be Koharski, who took the snap. We told you that there'll be a number of players during the course of this game that would take direct snaps for the Cougars. That time it was Nick Koharski, and he picked up just a yard to the 33. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Cougars. See if they go with this play or just let the first quarter clock run out. Looks like they're satisfied to let it go. So 1 quarter in the books here at John Hensey's War Memorial Stadium in Peckville. This District 2 4A quarterfinal. Valley View 6, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
I'm Lance Steele, president of First Columbia Bank.
I'm Rob Glunk, president of Muncie Bank.
On November 11th, First Columbia Bank and Muncie Bank are joining to become Journey Bank.
Journey Bank customers will have access to 22 convenient community offices across our 5-county region. Customers will enjoy the same exceptional service from the same team.
Our banks are coming together with a commitment to serving our communities as a strong local bank for years to come.
Journey Bank, with you every step of the way on your financial journey.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We start the second quarter. Valley View with the football. 3rd down and 7 at their own 33. Malsberger back in there at the quarterback. He throws to the sideline. And was there a catch made? I believe there was. No. Slavkov was the intended receiver, but Berwick gets a stop, and that's really encouraging considering how Valley View put together an easy scoring drive to start this game on their first possession.
Yep, a couple of nice stops against the run, forces the passing attempt, comes up short. Savkov diving back trying to get to it, but it bounces about a yard or 2 in front of him.
So, punting situation, Billy Hansen back in single safety for the Bulldogs. Just on the way here in the second, Valley View with a 6-0 lead.
Relatively deep again.
Kick very, very high. He does not go for the fair catch, gets by one man, and then is buried about the 35-yard line.
Richie Leslie getting down as the headhunter. He's the second man. Billy Hansen eschews the fair catch.
And then a flag way after the play.
On the Berwick sideline where the tackle was made, so maybe a hand came up or maybe an extra shove. I'm not sure what Berwick can do unless somebody from the bench came off and got mixing it up. We'll have to see how this is called. 3 referees together near the numbers on the Berwick end of the field. Personal foul against Valley View.
So Berwick will have really good field position for this, their second possession of the game. We're just underway here in the second.
Not much with the standard running game. Tyler Winter, 3 carries for just 6 yards. Ethan Lear has 17, but one was an impromptu run, scrambling away, getting a block from Josh Kishbaugh downfield to really extend the chains. See what philosophy they take the offense this series.
From midfield, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. They move from our left to our right here in the second quarter. The call goes to Tyler Winter, and he's wrapped up after he gets into Valley View territory, the 48, maybe the 47-yard line.
Yeah, really nice defensive end play by Robbie Nolan. Braylon Hawkins and Harrison came over to the right side, and both had wonderful down blocks. I thought it was going to open up. But that defensive end we've talked about, Robbie Nolan, Jim, played it really well, crashed on down from wide and able to make the tackle. They'll get 3 yards on it, though.
2nd and 7. Berwick in Valley View territory for the second time in this first half. Josh Kishbaugh wide right. Hawkins goes in motion. A fake to Winter. Lear keeps it straight ahead and will get just a couple more to the 45-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Aiden Smith from his linebacker position came up to meet that after about a yard past the line of scrimmage. Berwick getting nice initial blocks, but at the linebacker level, Aiden Smith coming up and colliding with the running back keeps it to a 2-yard gain.
3rd down and 5. Berwick at the Valley View 45-yard line as Lear trots toward the sideline, gets the play call.
We saw him barking signals before, but the offsides penalty was charged against Berwick, even though they got Nolan to jump.
Slot to the right, slot to the left. Lear gives the ball off to Tyler Winter off the left side. Good second effort, but he comes up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, real tough secondary play. Patrick McIntyre actually coming up from the second level and able to meet him and prevent him from really extending it. It's going to be 4th and a long one, a short 2. Berwick is across the 50, and they realize may as well take your chances.
4th down and 2 Berwick from the Valley View 42-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Tyler Winter to the left of Ethan Lear, who awaits the shotgun snap. A fake, and Lear keeps it and tries to get outside. Is hit, fumbles the football, and Valley View's going to be on at the 31-yard line. Ethan Lear got the 1st down, but then coughs it up. 2nd turnover for Berwick in this opening half.
And Valley View got him after about a 6-yard gain and punched it loose, punched it toward the end zone. And coming up with it is number 51 for Valley View. That's going to be Logan Smith.
So they're going to mark the ball, I believe, at the 32-yard line. That's where Valley View will put it in play. They have the 6-0 lead, and they now have the ball with 9:29 to go in this opening half.
A little colder than other games, sometimes tougher to hold on to the football.
I formation. Malsberger under center. Play action. Back to throw. Looking long. One-on-one down here. Incomplete. Just beyond the reach of the intended receiver, and that's number 3, Dom Mimo.
Yeah, he's a good one. Defense stayed with him, and then at the last moment, while the ball is in the air, Mimo turned on the jets and extended. I thought he was going to be able to come up with it, but couldn't hold up as he dove, and then with the ball colliding into the ground, he's not able to hold on.
2nd down and 10. Valley View at their own 32-yard line. Cougars move from our right to our left in this second quarter. They lead at 6-0. I formation. Call goes to Reed, the fullback. What's the running room over the 45 out to the 46-yard line. So Reed back in there after being shaken up earlier. And a good gain for him and a first down. He picks up 14.
Yeah, he's tough, Jim. And Berwick, I don't know, it's like they're playing a little bit cold and they don't want the collision. There's people near enough to him but just can't get at him. Either they're grabbing or short-arming it and not really sticking the shoulders in.
1st and 10. Valley View at their own 46-yard line. Reed, the fullback, ahead of Cam Higgins, who gets the call. Higgins off the right side is wrapped up by Ty Wilkerson after he picks up close to 4 near midfield.
Now, Wilkerson played that really well. Squared up, wrapped the arms, and drove the man back and twisted him back. They'll give him the forward progress, though, even though Wilkerson spun him back. What would have been just a 1-yard gain, they'll give him the 4.
2nd down and 6. Cougars from midfield. As Malzberger went to the sideline for the play call. Second seeded Valley View. 8-2 record, but they lost 2 out of their last 3, albeit to very good football teams. Berwick showing blitz. Malzberger hands off. Kaharski's trying to get outside left. Berwick has the numbers there, and Kaharski will battle to get back to the line of scrimmage.
People not stopping, not hearing the whistle, or refusing to pay attention to it.
I didn't hear whistle.
Yeah, I didn't either, Jim. And, you play to it. I don't think the fans heard it either, but they still don't like where they're continuing to play beyond where there probably should have been a whistle.
Kaharski did a good job to get a yard.
Yeah.
It is 3rd down and 5. Valley View at the Berwick 49.
Berwick came hard up the middle. Most likely it was Jimmy DeAndrea. And then you worry when they start taking a ball outside on a run when you're missing that man.
3rd down call. It's Reed taking the snap and gets close to the first down, but will come up short as Harrison Snyder makes the tackle. So Preston Reed took that direct snap. Got close to the first down, but it's going to be 4th down at the Berwick 45, 4th and 1.
And Josh Kishba also joining in. You need numbers, Jim. This is a big team. They're physical. They're going to outsize you. Berwick coming up hard, though, to make that hit.
4th down and 1. The line appeared to move before the snap came.
They did. And I thought it was Gianni Marino, number 5. Did you see who took that?
Yes,
under center?
It was Marino.
Yeah, another one to add to that sort of quarterbacking, go under center, take the snap. He wasn't on my list of 7 who've done it. So another look. And now does it change the decision? You decide to punt from midfield here now that you need 6 yards instead of 5, instead of the 1.
I think you do.
I think you do as well, but there's going to be some massive changes coming in now. Yep.
So Berwick gets another stop, and again, that first possession for Valley View in this game looks scary. The Bulldogs have shorted up as the high punt. Hansen has to let it go, and it goes inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line.
I thought he was too deep last time, and yet he came up, made a nice catch, sidestepped a man, and ran. I thought he was too deep this time. This time it has to bounce comfortably in front of him. He can't get up to it, and it bounces, and boy, they can down it down there inside the 5. You want to be able to field the punts, and sometimes I just think their alignment, where they are when they're trying to catch it, is just off.
They mark it at the 4-yard line, so that's where Berwick has it, with 6:14 remaining in the first half, and the Bulldogs trailing Valley View by a score of 6-0.
Berwick passing a little bit more than I would have expected in this game. Of course, they're deep in their own territory, and the sound strategy is to try to run it out of there.
Ethan Lear is right at the Berwick goal line as he hands off to Tyler Winter, who tries the left side, looks for some running room. Second effort will get him some out near the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and every yard is significant, Jim. Where they weren't going to be able to punt with the comfortable 15 yards they'd want. That 4-yard gain or so certainly gives you more room to manage and hope to get to the first down.
2nd and 6, Bulldogs at their own 8-yard line. Stay with us at halftime. Julie Lentz will bring us updated on a very, very busy
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
I'm Lance Steele, President of First Columbia Bank.
I'm Rob Glunk, President of Muncie Bank.
On November 11th, First Columbia Bank and Muncie Bank are joining to become Journey Bank.
Journey Bank customers will have access to 22 convenient community offices across our 5-county region. Customers will enjoy the same exceptional service from the same team.
Our banks are coming together with a commitment to serving our communities as a strong local bank for years to come.
Journey Bank, with you every step of the way on your financial journey.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now and 25 more to arrive soon, you don't have to reserve one. You can drive one home today. And with the highest trade values, the lowest rates, and the Blaze Alexander lowest price guaranteed, now is the time to drive one off our lot. Shop online, where we're always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. Taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
This is Berg football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Going on the stop. We lost power there for a little bit. During that time, it looked like Tyler Winter was the injured player that was helped to the sideline. On a third down call, Berwick went with Jimmy DeAndrea, not able to pick it up as he got to the 13, got close. It's fourth down and a short 2, but Berwick deep in their own territory. And Braylon Hawkins will be back to do the punting. With the Winter injury, is anything that could be a real blow to Berwick here tonight. This Hawkins kick is a line drive kick, hits at the Berwick 40, and then a Valley View player picks it up right there and makes some yardage, but a very dangerous play as he gets to the 39-yard line. Not worth the 3 yards he got.
No, and Cam Higgins, guy who plays a lot. The only rationale, Jim, is if you were afraid it may have bounced and hit one of your own players. There were some Valley View players in the area. I don't think it did. Maybe he was unsure or very sure and comfortable he can pick that up and move it ahead.
So Valley View will take over in great field position, 1st and 10 at the Berwick 38-yard line. They lead 6-0. 4:29 to go in the half. Berwick showing blitz, and they get the ball carrier as Ty Wilkerson wraps him up for a loss. Back at the 41, and now a flag down late in the play. That can only be bad for Berwick.
I would think it was thrown by the line judge, but not early at the snap. It was after, as they were pushing and shoving, and apparently someone not stopping at the whistle. I don't think a hand slid up to the face mask. They're sorting it out. It is a personal foul. Face masking against Berwick. So late, maybe even as the whistle's being blown, the hand slips up there.
Well, that is a tough break. You call a blitz, you get the runner for a loss of the play. Instead, it's a first down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Ty Wilkerson was involved in the tackle, made a very nice play, stood the man up. He's been doing a nice job at outside linebacker.
1st and 10, Cougars at the Bulldog 25. Double tight end alignment, I formation. As Nemo takes the snap, gets outside right, breaks the tackle, breaks another, gets down to the 14-yard line.
Jimmy DeAndrea hit him about 6 yards into the run, but it was sort of a double tomahawk chop. The collision should knock him down. But Nemo does not go down, bounces ahead for another 3 or 4 yards.
1st and 10, Valley View at the Berwick 15-yard line, trying to add to their 6-0 lead with 3:39 remaining in this opening half. Nemo took that last snap, is now wide to the right. Malsberger in there at the quarterback spot from the 15. Gives the ball to Higgins off the left side. He's got a head of steam, and then it's tackled. Nice tackle by Josh Kishbaugh down around the 11.
Came up from the secondary as the man's breaking to the outside, grabs him around the hip, and is able to one-arm him down. You're right, Jim. Able to mix it up that time and make a nice tackle, but they still gain 4 or 5 yards.
2nd down and 6. Valley View at the Berwick 11-yard line. Cougars moving from our right to our left. Looking to add to their 6-0 lead with 2:50 remaining in this opening half.
And if I'm Valley View, I don't pass the ball at all. I run this right into the end zone.
And here's another man that's going to take a direct snap, as it's Nick Koharski, and he goes off the left side and still on his feet, and no whistle blowing, and he's down around the 7-yard line.
Team of officials don't like the whistle, Jim. They see the man is still up, still has a chance to gain or push the pile, and they're letting them play. More the way you see in the NFL. If the guy's not going down, let them keep pushing.
3rd down and 2. Valley View at the Berwick 7. I've lost count of the number of players that have taken direct snaps for the Cougars in this opening half. But Malsberger, the quarterback, is in there. Power eye to the left. Higgins is the tailback. He gets the call off the left side, and he goes in standing up with no problems for a Valley View touchdown.
They have the blocking, Jim. And they set the backs there, the I formation or power I. They just overpower you at the point of attack. The line is outstanding to begin with, but then bring 2 more men at that point of attack. There's no free white jerseys that can get to him. He runs tough, just keeps his balance, keeps the feet chugging, and works his way in.
They'll go for 2 now, because after their first touchdown, they missed out on the attempt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers to the left. And Malsberger throws to the left, and he has his man, but they're not going to get there. Not going to get there. Josh Kishbaugh makes the play as the pass was completed to Gianni Marino, but he could not get in. So timeout in the field, 1:51 to go in the half, 12-0 Valley View. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berg football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Cam Higgins with his 2nd rushing touchdown this opening half as Valley View doubles their lead to 12-0, 1:51 remaining in this opening half.
Which means they may not kick it deep. We'll see how they play this from Valley View's point of view.
Logan Smith's kick does come up short. It's fielded on the run by Jake Lisnock, and he gets out to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, number 22 coming in for that tackle, Dayon McLean. We've seen him doing some kicking, punting duties. Comes up aggressively, but the short kick gives Berwick pretty good field position.
And the Bulldogs have their full complement of timeouts remaining. But now we'll check to see whether Tyler Winter returns to that offense.
During our power outage, we didn't get a good look. I saw he was the injured player. And not seeing him, but I'm seeing a lot of receivers. DeAndrea is in there at running back.
So Winter not in there to start this series at least. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Lear out of the gun, back to throw. Fires to Billy Hansen, can't hang on at the 45-yard line, incomplete.
Very tight coverage on him. If he caught it at 5 yards, that was all he was going to get. I think the man defending pulled his arms away so that he could not catch it, which is smart defense.
1:41 to go in the half. Second down and 10. Berwick at their own 40-yard line. Bulldogs will get the football to start the second half. So at the very least, like a first down or two and run out this clock. Lear fakes to DeAndre, keeps the football, has some running room. Second effort over midfield to the 48 of Valley View for first down. Nicely done, Ethan Lear.
Johnny Marino had him about 3 yards into the run, but couldn't hold him. Ethan Lear, very strong, moves the chains.
They mark it at the 49, so a 10-yard pickup and a first down in Cougar territory. As DeAndrea gets the call and is tripped up. He gets maybe a yard. Lear shaken up on the play, too. He's trying to work out something in his hands as Berwick uses a timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:14 to go in the half, 12-0 Valley View. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now and 25 more to arrive soon, you don't have to reserve one. You can drive one home today. And with the highest trade values, the lowest rates, and the Blaze Alexander lowest price guaranteed, now is the time to drive one off our lot. Shop online where we're always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg, taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
1 minute, 14 seconds remaining in the opening half here at John Hensey's War Memorial Stadium in Peckville. This is a District 2 4A quarterfinal. Valley View, the number 2 seed, leading Berwick, the number 7 seed, 12-0. The Bulldogs have it at the Cougar 49-yard line. This is the third time in this opening half that Berwick has had the ball in Valley View territory. A couple of turnovers have kept them off the board. And now, with 2 timeouts remaining, they'll face a second down and 10 at the Cougar 49. Ethan Lear out of the gun, has the snap, and he's back to throw, and he's looking long downfield. He has a man open, and just beyond the reach of Braylon Hawkins, who reached out, got a hand on it, could not pull it down.
Now they drew up the right play on the sideline during the timeout. Got Braylon Hawkins as the inside man on a slot receiver up the top. He broke free, beat the safety. But again, cold day, throwing that ball, trying to judge how far to get it. The sprinting receiver and just a tad overthrown.
Third down and 10. Bulldogs at the Cougar 49. 1:07 to go in the half. Hawkins in a slot to the left side. Josh Kishbaugh outside of him. Lear tried to hand off. The ball's on the deck, and Lear able to get the ball back at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and he did, and he was on a knee. Whistle sort of comes, but simultaneously, we're seeing that the defense is still crashing hard. Rob Nolan goes through a lineman, and they both land on the quarterback rather dangerously. Ethan Lear working his way to the sideline, Jim. Now he would snap for a punt. I don't think he's looking for a play. I don't think they have a timeout.
They have 2 timeouts remaining.
I don't think they've called it, though.
No, but I think they'll use all the clock they can here and then call it. Even if they lose 5 yards, it's no big deal from where the ball is, their own 49-yard line.
And there's the timeout.
Second charge, timeout of the half. So Bulldogs have 1 remaining. They'll group for this punt, and we'll keep it right here. Reminder at halftime, Andy will bring us all the first half stats, and Julie Lentz will bring us updated on the high school football playoff scoreboard. The winner of this game against the winner of tonight's game between Wyoming area and North Pocono. So we'll be looking for that score among others.
Yeah, Berwick a little banged up, and it's hurting them, Jim. Tyler Winter went out while we had our power outage, and he's been at the end of the line on the sideline with his helmet off. People talk to him, but he's not being hustled back in there. Jimmy DeAndrea gives it his all. He always plays at full throttle. But on that last play, it's a question of timing. Is it going to be the give or is it going to be the keep? It was indecisive as he ran, and it ends up dropping between quarterback Lear and him. Lear goes down, and then he gets steamrolled by Nolan. He can't be feeling too good either.
So Berwick with the ball at their 49-yard line, coming up as if they're going to go for it, as Lear is back to throw, and they are going for it. And he rolls left and backs up and throws, and it's incomplete. Had a man, Josh Kishbaugh, for a first down, but it just went off his hands. 13.5 seconds remaining.
Sometimes you feel more can go wrong on punting down when you have limited time on the clock than if you run the play. Berwick ran the play, hope that they can get 10, 15 yards and get one more play throwing deep to the end zone. Instead, that play from midfield is going to go to Valley View, although they'll probably get 2. They can use timeouts, maybe 3 shots.
Cougars have their full complement of timeouts remaining. Slot to the left, slot to the right. They have it at the Berwick 49. 13.5 seconds to go in the half. Out of the gun, Nalsberger back to throw, and he's looking long downfield into traffic, and Josh Kishbaugh intercepts at the 5-yard line. Over the shoulder grab by Josh Kishbaugh. His first interception of the season, just second for the Bulldogs. And that comes with 4.7 seconds remaining in the half. So Berwick, I guess, has to take a knee and end this half.
Yeah, I would expect a knee, but you never know with Berwick, Jim. We saw a 4th down call that was highly dramatic last week. Very questionable if it didn't work, and it went for a touchdown. So how are you feeling? Me, I would take the knee. I think most conservative coaches go with the knee from the 5-yard line.
And another factor, the Bulldogs will get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, and you don't want to risk getting caught in your own end zone when you're at the 5-yard line. You don't want the safety. They're going to take that victory formation, take the kneel down.
Lear will do just that, and that is the end of the first half of play with a score. Valley View 12, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
It's the season of inspiration at W&L Mazda.
Take advantage of 3.9% financing for 72 months on all 2023 Mazda CX-5 and CX-30 turbo models.
A fan favorite, the versatile 3-row Mazda CX-90 with an incline 6 turbo is available with 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus an additional $3,700 off MSRP.
Visit W&L Mazda off Route 11 in Northumberland or online at WNLMazda.com.
2024 Mazda CX-90 MSRP $62,720. BIN R1140554. Offers up to $3,700 off MSRP equals $2,000 Mazda ARP cash plus $1,700 W&L cashback. Financing for well-qualified applicants. See dealer for complete details.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independent Sports Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center?
Come and get ready.
And Collision Center. Discover the W&L difference today.
Halftime from John Hensey's War Memorial Stadium here in Peckville. This is a District 2 4A quarterfinal playoff game, and Valley View leads Berwick at the break by a score of 12-0. Cougars took the opening kickoff and put together an impressive 5-play, 74-yard drive. All the topped it off with a 3-yard touchdown run, and with 9:16 to go after a missed extra point. But then after a loss, faced a 4th down and 14. Leading 6-0. In the second quarter, Berwick again got it into Valley View territory, and Ethan Lear, after a nice run to get a first down, fumbled, and the Cougars took over at the 32. But the Bulldogs got a stop. After a Valley View punt, Berwick was deep in their own territory, had to punt the football. Valley View took over at the Berwick 38-yard line, and 4 plays later, plus a face mask penalty against Berwick, Cam Higgins went in for his second rushing touchdown of the game. A pass for the extra point came up short. Valley View had a 12-0 lead. That was with 1:51 to go, and that's how we end here at halftime. Berwick High School marching band about to entertain. Bulldogs trailing the Cougars of Valley View 12-0. We'll check other scores with Julie Lentz coming up shortly. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
It's the season of inspiration at W&L Mazda.
Take advantage of 3.9% financing for 72 months on all 2023 Mazda CX-5 and CX-30 turbo models.
A fan favorite, the versatile 3-row Mazda CX-90 with an incline 6 turbo is available with 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus an additional $3,700 off MSRP.
Visit W&L Mazda off Route 11 in Northumberland or online at WNLMazda.com.
2024 Mazda CX-90 MSRP $62,720. VIN R1140554. Offers up to $3,700 off MSRP equals $2,000 Mazda ARP cash plus $1,700 W&L cashback. Financing for well-qualified applicants. See dealer for complete details.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new Cancer Center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton offers a state-of-the-art radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, access to many cancer care experts, and the latest telemedicine capabilities, all at one convenient location. Visit lbhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center to learn more.
I am a father.
I am a mentor.
I am a wife.
I am an artist.
I am a husband.
I am a friend.
I am a sports fan.
I am your neighbor.
I am a member of your church.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a police officer.
Support your local law enforcement officials. Sponsored by the Pennsylvania Fraternal Order of Police. Visit partnersinpublicsafety.com.
The home of the Berwick Bulldogs. This is W234BH Berwick at 94.7. WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3. W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3. W288CF Danville at 105.5. And streaming online at thisispopradio.com. Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Berwick High School Marching Band under the direction of Anthony McDonald entertaining here at halftime of this District 2 playoff game. Have to point out Draven Geiger, who is starting tonight for the Bulldogs on the offensive line. He does not get a break at halftime. He's playing the saxophone in the band, so he's doing double duty. 12-0. Valley View leads Berwick in this District 2 4A quarterfinal game. For an update on other playoff games from tonight, let's go back to the studios of Pop Radio and Julie Lentz.
Thank you so much, Jim. As always, like you said, first week of playoffs, and here we go with some of the scores. District 2 Class 4A quarterfinals right now. Nanacoke is ahead of Crestwood 7-0. That's in the second. Dallas is ahead of Wallenpaupack, also 7-0 in the second. Wyoming area, they are ahead of North Pocono, 11-5 in the second. District 2, 3A semifinal. Western Wayne is ahead of Lake Lehman, 14-0 in the second. District 2, 2A semifinals. Dunmore is ahead of Susquehanna, 31-0 in the second. And Riverside is ahead of Mid-Valley, 14-0. That is also in the second. District 2, Class A championship game. Right now, Lackawanna Trail is ahead of Old Forge, 20-0. That is a half. District 2, 5A semifinal. Delaware Valley is ahead of Pittston area, 28-0 in the second. District 2, 6A quarterfinals. Nazareth is ahead of Wilkes-Barre area, 27-0 in the second. And Parkland is ahead of Williamsport, 42-0. That is also in the second. District 4, 3A quarterfinals. Danville is ahead of Athens, 48-0 in the second. Loyalsock is ahead of Kawaneski Valley, 42-0 in the second. Mifflinburg is ahead of Warrior Run, 14-6 in the second. District 4, 2A quarterfinals. Just found out that Southern Columbia and North Penn Mansfield, that game will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And Line Mountain right now is ahead of Towanda, 14-0 in the second. That's what I got for now, so let's head back with Jim Doyle and Eddie Ulickney.
Thank you very much, Julie. Right here, it is Valley View 12 and Berwick nothing. We'll take a look at stats for that first half when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
I'm Lance Steele, president of First Columbia Bank.
I'm Rob Glunk, president of Muncie Bank.
On November 11th, First Columbia Bank and Muncie Bank are joining to become Journey Bank.
Journey Bank customers will have access to 22 convenient community offices across our 5-county region. Customers will enjoy the same exceptional service from the same team.
Our banks are coming together with a commitment to serving our communities as a strong local bank for years to come.
Journey Bank, with you every step of the way on your financial journey.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independent Sports Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Looking for convenient and in reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? Eco First Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
It's the season of inspiration at W&L Mazda.
Take advantage of 3.9% financing for 72 months on all 2023 Mazda CX-5 and CX-30 turbo models.
A fan favorite, the versatile 3-row Mazda CX-90 with an incline 6 turbo is available with 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus an additional $3,700 off MSRP.
Visit W&L Mazda off Route 11 in Northumberland or online at WNLMazda.com.
2024 Mazda CX-90 MSRP $62,720. VIN R11140554. Offers up to $3,700 off MSRP equals $2,000 Mazda ARP cash plus $1,700 W&L cashback. Financing from all qualified applicants. See dealer for complete details.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickshinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Peckville, where Berwick trails Valley View 12-0 in this District 2 4A quarterfinal. Statistics from the opening half. Andy Lickney.
Well, Jim, the statistics kind of show that Valley View should be ahead. 152 yards of total offense. They've doubled Berwick's 67 yards. But it's an odd game. Run dominated by both teams. Neither team passing all that well. Each team with just one complete, and each quarterback has thrown one interception. So it's not a question of passing, just 14 yards for Berwick in the air, just 12 yards for Valley View. But it's the running game that matters. For Berwick, Tyler Winter has 17 yards on 6 carries. He got rumbled up. He was backside on a play, took a fake, and then we saw he was down on the field and we had a power outage. Since then, he's been on the end of the sideline with the helmet off and has not re-entered the game. So Tyler Winter, who was hoping for at least 98 yards in this game, give him a 1,000-yard season. We're not sure if he's going to be capable of going in the second half. In any case, 6 carries for 17 yards. Jimmy DeAndrea has come in. He's been at the running back position since. Just 1 carry for 1 yard on 1 mesh. He and Ethan Lear, who just aren't used to that same type of action, dropped one between them, and they rolled up on top of Ethan Lear. We saw him sort of limp to the sideline once before that. A little bit of limping there, but he's a tough cookie. He has 6 carries in all from the quarterback position for 35 yards. Done some nice running, most of it impromptu. Other than that, Billy Hansen has had 1 carry for 1 yard, and the team took 1 kneel down. In all, 15 carries, 53 yards on the ground. In the air, Ethan Lear has thrown 7 passes, 1 completed, 1 intercepted, and just 14 yards. Billy Hansen caught the 14-yarder for Berwick. So 14 in the air, 53 on the ground. A total of 67 yards, but Berwick has had 22 plays. Valley View, on the other hand, 21 plays, but 152 yards. Came on like gangbusters. Cam Higgins had the first carries of the game and basically drove it down into the end zone. 74 yards at that point in the opening drive, but now he just has 95. So when you consider how strong they started, 10 carries for 95 yards shows that the defense has improved in their stopping of Cam Higgins. Nick Kaharski, he's lined up under center a couple of times, had him with 3 carries for 5 yards. Preston Reed, the big fullback, who had 125 yards in the opening game against Berwick. He has 3 carries for 29 yards and has looked strong. Don Mimo goes under center in the Wildcat action. 1 carry, I have him for 11. And no carries for the quarterback, Marlsberger. In all, I have 140 yards on the ground on 17 carries for the Valley View Cougars. Passing, Marlsberg is just 1 of 4, One was intercepted at the end of the half. And just 12 yards in the air, Don Mimo catching that 12-yarder. So 140 on the ground, 12 in the air, 152 on their 21 plays. Berwick trying to play some keep away. They have 22 plays, one more, but just 67 yards. And again, are they going to be handicapped without Tyler Winter in there on that zone read play that's been so effective all season? Ethan Lear would like his backfield mate in there to make that go. We'll see how this second half does play out.
Yeah, and we've seen Lear make some plays in this opening half, which is not unusual. He always makes plays, but a lot of those plays are because of the threat of Tyler Winter.
And now we've been seeing some plays where he's been scrambling on passing actions and made some nice runs that way. He just has such a natural instinct for the game, Jim. It's like, when you play street ball. Some guys are natural. You just get out there and you move very, very comfortably. And with each progressive game this season, he's just seemed more and more and more comfortable when he's out there. Very relaxed at the quarterback position, and yet so much is put on his shoulders. We'll see how it develops in the second half.
Bulldogs trail 12-0. They will get the football to start this second half. I'm scouring that far sideline looking for number 5 to see if Bulldogs will be with their leading rusher in this second half. It certainly, there's other ways they can go, but it certainly limits their effectiveness, particularly with that zone read with Ethan Lear faking to Tyler Winter and then either giving it to him or keeping the football.
And it's not something you say, well, let's just run that play with somebody else. You run it with somebody else. We've seen this a couple games ago. You put a youngster in, and he's not meshing properly, and the ball ends up on the ground. Here they tried it right toward the end of the half with Jimmy DeAndrea, and it ends up falling between the quarterback and Jimmy DeAndrea. It's a timing thing. It's a thing you have to be very comfortable. You almost get a feel, a sync with somebody. And it's just very hard to continue with that particular look when you don't have Tyler Winter in there.
Jimmy DeAndrea and Braylon Hawkins are deep for Berwick. As we get set to start the second half, the Bulldogs will be moving from our left to our right. The kick by Logan Smith is a line drive to the far side. DeAndrea picks it up at the 15-yard line. Good pursuit by the Cougars, and DeAndrea is brought down short of the 25-yard line.
He took a collision with Nick Kaharski, but I think he won the collision, but they both were going down. Jimmy DeAndrea is not going to go down easy. He tried to use his speed to take it from the sideline toward midfield, but the Valley View Cougars stayed in their lanes, turned it up, hit Nick Kaharski, kind of helmet to helmet, and they both went down.
So Berwick takes over at their 25-yard line, trailing 12-0 as we start this second half. As Lear will operate out of the gun
with Jimmy DeAndrea side of him.
3 receivers to the right. Fake to DeAndrea. Keeping the ball is Lear. Has a little bit of running room, then he's pushed back. I think they'll give him forward progress to about the 29.
Yeah, they should. It was a simple fake, not that kind of mesh read fake. It was a divine fake coming out to DeAndrea, kind of sweeping to the right side. Lear pulls it out very distinctly and takes it up for a 4-yard gain.
Second down and 6. Bulldogs at their 29-yard line. Again, this is a rematch of a game played back on September 1st. Won by Valley View 34-15. 2 receivers to the right, and Lear is rolling to his right, and he fires to the sideline, and he has a man skip roping the sideline as Braylon Hawkins gets out to midfield. Nicely done.
Yes, it was. 2 receivers side. He rolls in their direction toward the Valley View Cougars sideline. Able to deliver it on the money to Braylon Hawkins. Shows good hands in this colder weather. Pulls it in, tight ropes the sideline, and brings it up to midfield.
20 yards on the reception from Ethan Lear to Braylon Hawkins. 1st and 10 Berwick at the at the Berwick 49-yard line. Hawkins now in a slot to the left. Josh Kishbaugh outside of him. Lear out of the gun. Hands off to DeAndrea, looking for running room. There's none there. He'll lose yardage back to the 48, maybe the 47-yard line.
Johnny Marino played it really well from linebacker. He was shuffling down toward his right as the sweeping action's going. He sees the lane open, the natural lane. He crashes on through that chute, and he'll knock that back for a yard or two.
Second down and 12. Berwick back at their 47-yard line. Early here in the third quarter, Bulldogs trailing by a score of 12-0. 3 receivers to the right. Lear out of the gun. Second down call coming. Gives the ball to DeAndrea. Has some running room off the left side. Jimmy DeAndrea with a strong effort to the Valley View 45-yard line.
Yes, sir, and it was blocked well off the left side. Hitting over the left tackle area. Berwick had interference for him, and he got ahead of steam. Powered it head. Going to be about 4 or 5 yards short of the chain, so after the loss of 2 or so, he'll gain 7 there.
Third down, Bulldogs at the Cougar 45-yard line. Just underway here in the third. Clock running 9:20 remaining. The winner to advance to the semifinals to take on the winner of the Wyoming area North Pocono game. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Lear has the snap, gives it off to DeAndrea, has running room for the first down and then some as he pounds down to the 33-yard line.
I think Berwick realized they can't go with the finesse game and the option game on that zone read. They're going to have to go with Jimmy DeAndrea, and what he likes to do is he likes to run with power. Got himself ahead of steam on a sweeping action to the right, turned it up north-south into the C gap, made things happen with that run.
12 yards on the carry by DeAndrea as Valley View uses a timeout. 8:43 to go in the third. 12-0. Valley View, you're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
8:43 remaining third quarter. Berwick marching off a second half kickoff, trailing Valley View 12-0. The Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the Valley View 33-yard line. Again, playing without their leading rusher, Tyler Winter. But Jimmy DeAndrea just came up with a big run. From the 33, Lear back to throw. Fires a quick out to Josh Kishborn. He beats the tackler down the sideline 20, 15, and out of bounds down around the 5-yard line.
They're going to call a clip, Jim, upfield, though. First, Berwick comes out with the center and 2 guards. The tackles are spread out. It's a question of which way you're going to throw the screen, to the left or the right. You're going to have tackles blocking. You're going to have wide receivers blocking. They throw it to the left. And as you mentioned, it's a wonderful-looking play. It develops. The action's there. Instead, it's going to be where Aiden Wiest gets a side hit, and it's like, will they throw it or won't they? And I'm watching, and I'm thinking, yeah, they kind of have to throw that one. Oh, it's coming back almost to the, the original line of scrimmage and mark some penalty yards from there.
Berwick has been in Cougar territory. This is the 3rd time in the game, but they have nothing on the board. It will be a 1st and 13 from the 32-yard line. Ethan Lear out of the gun. Hawkins in motion. Takes the handoff. Tries to sweep the right side. Needs a block. Gets it inside the 30, inside the 25, down near the 22. Nicely done by Braylon Hawkins.
Nice running. He also got a nice block from Jimmy DeAndrea. They stacked the wingback tight end action where you get the extra blocking on the right side. They brought him in motion coming that way, and Jimmy DeAndrea led it. So they blocked down, then the kick out by DeAndrea, and Hawkins with fine running after that.
13 yards on the carry. Exactly what they needed for the first down, and they have it at the Valley View 22-yard line. Lear gives to DeAndrea, tries to bounce it outside left, inside the 20, and then hit hard. It's got to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, hit hard by Gianni Marino, but not until he got out there wide. Jimmy, it's a different game plan with Tyler Winter out. You're going more with the power game. Berwick is going to feature Jimmy DeAndrea, although he has the great speed. He's a power type, collision type of guy. You're going to sweep him. He's going to look north-south when he can. Berwick had pulled a guard out there, and Matt Gordner, who led him very well on that.
2nd down and 6. Berwick at the Valley View 18. Deepest penetration of the game for the Bulldogs. Now DeAndrea is on a slot to the right. Empty backfield for Lear, who gives the ball to Hawkins in the inside handoff, and he's got running room down to the 10-yard line.
We're seeing plays we haven't seen. Berwick's emptying the playbook. They realize this can be it. Hawkins coming in motion. You're getting the same look as when he sort of ran the end around wide and had success. But this one's designed as an inside counter for the slot back. Coming in motion, taking it, and breaking it inside.
9 yards on the carry. 1st and goal, Berwick in the Valley View 9. Bulldogs trail 12-0, clock running, 6:18 remaining in the 3rd.
Valley View had to take a timeout to readjust the defense for this different style of offense, and it hasn't helped.
3 receivers to the right. Lear fakes handoff, keeps the football, breaks one tackle, turns the corner, and gets hit for the touchdown. Ethan Lear from 9 yards out. Berwick cuts the lead in half.
And the man who had him in the backfield, Jim, was the big defensive end, 6'2", 235, Robbie Nolan. He normally makes those plays, but Ethan Lear is slippery, able to shrug off the hip tackle, get away from the hands, and then clear sailing on into the end zone. Berwick going for the kick. We saw 2 PAT attempts missed by Valley View.
Luke Peters will try for an important extra point. Long count, snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 6:03 to go, 3rd quarter. Valley View 12, Berwick 7. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
What a drive by Berwick to start this second half. They take the kickoff and they put together a 10-play, 75-yard scoring drive, capped on a 9-yard touchdown run by Ethan Lear. Luke Peters with the extra point. Valley View's lead has been cut to 12-7 with lots of time left. 6:03 to go in the 3rd.
Totally different game plan. Tyler Winter out. They knew it going into half. They had to put the heads together as a coaching staff, decide what to do. Jimmy DeAndrea, a good power runner who has speed. Totally different look offensively.
Peters' kick is very, very high, and it goes the far side, fielded about the 23-yard line and cut down at the 26.
Real nice tackle getting down there. Skylar Neville able to take the feet out from the man. Now Berwick's defense needs to stand up. They made offensive adjustments, able to drive the ball without their star and Tyler Winter, their key running back. Now they have to be able to do it defensively. I thought Valley View got away from its game plan. They should have stuck with their running game plan. I expect to see them go back to that strongly here in the second half.
Cougars have it at their 27. They move from our right to our left in this 3rd quarter. Malsberger pitches the ball, and Higgins trying to get outside left. He's got some running room, and he gets out to the 33, close to the 34-yard line.
Runs hard, but eventually Liam Carroll getting behind that. He had a wall of blockers, and they're going to push people. They're much bigger than Berwick. They're going to be able to out-physical them. So people coming from the sides are going to have to come in and make plays, but you'd hope you can do it before a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, closer to 7 as they mark it at the 34-yard line.
Give him 107 yards on the game, Jimmy, for Cam Higgins.
He's at the tail of the tandem again. But this time the fullback, Reed gets it, breaks the tackle over midfield. He's at the Berwick 40, the 35, and cut down in the open field at the 25-yard line. Preston Reed, who burned the Bulldogs so much at Crispin Field back on September 1st. Gets a huge gain here.
Yes, he does. Caleb May eventually being part of the tackle to bring him down. He's shifting. Sometimes you say he's that big, people may try to avoid tackling him, but he's able to put the moves on. He comes up the middle. Attention is going back to Cam Higgins at the tailback, and he just dances inside a little bit. One shake, and then the speed.
41 yards on the carry. 1st and 10 at the Berwick 25-yard line. Again, the I formation. Higgins gets the call. Hit behind the line, and then he is brought down by Liam Carroll. Berwick got some good penetration. I'm not sure who that first player was. It might have been Luke Krepich. He made the hit, couldn't bring him down, but slowed him down enough, and they'll mark it a loss of 2 back to the 27.
Yeah, penetration did the job in there, Jimmy. And then, as you mentioned, Liam Carroll coming with the follow-up, still getting him in the backfield.
2nd down and 12. Valley View at the Berwick 27-yard line. Dominic Nemo wide to the right. I formation. Mausberger under center. Gives the ball to Reed. Reed looking for running room. Cut down as he gets to the 21. Picks up about 6. 3rd down call coming.
Josh Kishbaugh coming up from his cornerback, going down low to take the big fullback down. He's shifting. He gets into the line. He sidesteps, a little jump step to avoid one potential tackler, then reaccelerates and gains the yardage.
3rd down and 6. Valley View at the Berwick 21. Wide receiver left, I formation. Higgins is the tailback, but back to throw is Mausberg. Nothing there. He's forced to keep the football, and he's brought down by Harrison Snyder at the 25-yard line.
Harrison Snyder looked like he was stepping back as an outside linebacker in that particular look. Saw the quarterback coming in his direction and came up and attacked him. They'll lose yardage on that as Berwick comes up with a big hit.
4th down and 10. Valley View, huge call coming at the Berwick 25. 2:56 to go in the 3rd. Berwick trailing 12-7. Mausberger out of the gun. Has the snap, straight drop back to throw. Hit as he gets it away, it'll be incomplete. Incomplete, just got the pass away, and then Jimmy DeAndrea put a big hit on Cam Higgins. Bulldogs scored on their first possession, and now they get a stop.
Yeah, center screen. So you're going to put it into Cam Higgins. He's going to fake it inside, and then you're going to try to, drop it in his stomach near the line of scrimmage with the line blocking in front of him. Jimmy DeAndrea probably keying on that running back, Cam Higgins. Sees it develop, and boy, as soon as he touches the ball, he drills him. No way he could hold on to that. Even if he did, it's for no gain.
1st and 10, Berwick at their 25-yard line. Again, their leading rusher, Tyler Winter, lost to injury. Jimmy DeAndrea is the running back. Fake to him. Lear keeps it and gets out to the 29.
Yes, he does. Very deliberate with the mesh, and DeAndrea is going to go like he's sweeping to the left. The quarterback, with both hands on the ball, rides him and makes a late decision. Securely pulls it out, takes it upfield, and he'll gain 4, will Ethan Lear.
2nd down and 6. Gavin Jones over the football at the 29-yard line. Slot to the left side. Lear back to throw. Has a man, Billy Hansen, and Hansen over the 40 out to the 43-yard line for a 1st down.
Real nice. Lear, again, good ball security. Little fake inside, but he knows Hansen is going to be slanting in that seam area. Hansen finds the seam. Lear finds Hansen, and they move the chains.
14 yards on the reception to the leading receiver for the Bulldogs on the season, junior Billy Hansen. 1st and 10. Berwick at their own 43. Hansen, one of 3 receivers to the right, joined by Josh Kishbaugh and Braylon Hawkins. Lear out of the gun. Fake to DeAndrea. Lear keeps it, and they're all over him. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
They're going to key on him, Jim. He's a playmaker. They know that. DeAndrea has hurt them a little bit, but Lear's going to hurt them more when he pulls it out. Plus, the original defensive game plan was keying on that quarterback when he does mesh and tries to deceive by pulling it out. So that part of the defensive game plan is still strong. It's the Jimmy DeAndrea part that has kind of changed the equation a little bit. Different looks from Berwick.
2nd down and 10. No gain on that run by Lear. Ball remains at the Berwick 43-yard line.
Right tackle moved for Berwick, Jim. In fact, I'm surprised that the line judge here on the near side didn't throw the flag. He's the one who should have seen it. The man on the far side, 5 players away, threw the flag. It was justified, no problem about it, but the man with the clearer view didn't go for it.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs, back at their 38. Time for perhaps one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Well, it's going fast.
Berwick used a lot of this quarter on that scoring drive to open the half. But they trail 12-7. 2nd and 15. Lear has the snap, and he's back to throw, and he's looking. Now he fires over the middle. Incomplete. The pass intended for Harrison Snyder.
It just wasn't there. It was covered well. Linebackers stayed with him. Because of down and distance, they realized Berwick's going to have to pass. They may have locked on, but they certainly had a linebacker locked on Harrison Snyder going for that area. I think Ethan Lear realized if I try to complete this too aggressively, it could be intercepted.
3rd down and 15. Berwick at their 38-yard line. Ethan Lear has the snap back to throw. Looking. Nothing there. Steps up into it. Fires to the sideline. Incomplete. Just threw that one away.
Yeah.
And did a good job of avoiding the sack in the process. It'll be a punting situation.
After the penalty, Valley View was anticipating pass. They have great athletes. They can pressure the quarterback. Lear has some mobility there to at least buy himself a little bit more time, but the coverage stayed strong and he had nowhere to go with the pass.
Beyond McLean, Cam Higgins deep, anticipating the punt from Braylon Hawkins, who is back in the Berwick 25-yard line. Gets the kick away. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. Takes a nice roll for Berwick and goes all the way down to the 16-yard line, where Valley View will put it in play when the 4th quarter begins. 3 in the books. With the score, Valley View 12 and Berwick 7. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
First play of the 4th quarter. Valley View at their own 16-yard line. Toss sweep left side. Cam Higgins breaks one tackle and then is brought down about the 21-yard line. 12-7. Valley View leads Berwick. The number 7 seed Bulldogs hanging in there. Played a good 3rd quarter.
Harrison Snyder was able to get penetration, meet the man in the backfield, but could not get enough of him. Instead, it'll be a 6-yard gain for Cam Higgins.
2nd down. Ball at the Cougar 21-yard line. Valley View coming in as the number 2 seed in this tournament. 8-2 overall. Offset eye behind Malsberger. Call to Higgins again and nothing doing. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He had been very effective in his first 2 runs of the half, Jim, where you get in there, do a little jump step at the line of scrimmage and find softness in the middle, as Berwick has been keying on Cam Higgins. Now Berwick's aware of what Preston Reed can do, and they're able to stop him on the inside. Big defensive play.
They give him a yard to the 22-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 4. Berwick looking for a stop here early in the 4th, trailing 12-7. Ball at the Valley View 22-yard line. Malsberger under center. I formation behind him. Marino comes in motion. He'll lead the blocking for Higgins off the right side, lowers the shoulder, and appears to have the first down.
They showed power, brought a man in motion, brought him back to the point of attack, hitting the tight end area on the right side. Also had another back in the I formation, the fullback leading the way, and Cam Higgins is one tough runner. He earns the chains.
Gets 5 on a 3rd down and 4. And the Cougars, first down at their 27-yard line.
I have Cam Higgins with 116 yards on the game, and Preston Reed, that fullback, Jim, has 75.
A lot of Higgins yards, though, coming on the very first possession of this game. He is the tailback of the I play action. Malsberger back to throw, looking long downfield. Nemo incomplete. The crowd wants interference. There is no call.
Billy Hansen was with him, Jim. And then whether their feet got tangled or whether there was an arm come out, I may have thrown the flag on that one. Hansen's with him, but then while the ball's in the air, that receiver accelerates. And, seems like he's going to be able to catch it in stride, but he goes down to the ground.
2nd down and 10. Valley View at their own 27-yard line. Nick Kucharski checks into that offense. Dominic Nemo as well. So it's anybody's guess who's getting the snap here. As Malsberger is not in there, it looks like Kucharski's going to get it. Fake handoff, keep the football, gets outside right, and turns the corner, and he's out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
When you bring that Wildcat in, Jim, you have everybody else blocking. So student body action to the right. Kucharski, who has 402 yards on the season, certainly knows how to follow the overload of blockers he's getting here on the near side.
16 yards on the carry by Nick Kucharski, and Valley View has a first down at their 43-yard line. Malsberger back in there. Power I to the right. It's Malsberger. Hands off to Marino, and he's buried for a loss back at the 38-yard line.
What a play by Everett Snyder, Jim. They've been giving him more time at the defensive line at nose guard. He beat the center, shot the A-gap, was going the way that the sweep was going, ran into the man 4 yards deep in the backfield, and finishes the tackle.
2nd down and 14, Valley View, back at their 39-yard line.
Was that Cam Higgins with the run? He was covered up so much by Everett Snyder, I didn't see the number.
It was Gianni Marino.
Oh.
2nd down, 14. Empty backfield now. And Nemo has lost yardage on the play as he took the direct snap, and Harrison Snyder wraps him up. Andy, I know you were really concerned with Berwick's physicality or lack thereof to start the game. They are certainly picking up the pace.
They most certainly are, Jim. They've warmed up to the action. They're certainly making a series of defensive plays here. Big-time impact plays for the defensive front.
Now big call, 3rd down for Valley View at their 39-yard line. Clock running, 8:09 to go. They need 14 for the first down. Malsberger, empty backfield, has the snap, and he's back to throw. And he's looking. Here comes the pass rush. He's sacked back at the 27-yard line. Harrison Snyder.
Oh, when you talk about impact players, the guy who's going to make your biggest defensive impact play is going to be Harrison Snyder. Obvious passing down. Coverage was there. He could not find a receiver immediately. He wanted to get it and throw it quickly, but he couldn't without risking the interception. Give it an extra second, and Harrison Snyder's going to finish you off with a big sack.
4th and 23 for Valley View. Some confusion as to who should be on the field as Beyond McLean stands back at the 15, awaiting the snap. Long count. Snap is there, and the kick is away. Line drive kick away from Billy Hansen, who will let it roll, and it goes dead at the Berwick 31-yard line. So the Bulldogs get the stop they needed. They take over the football with 7:05 to go, and they trail 12-7. High school games go quickly, Andy. You don't know how many possessions you're going to get. This might be the big one for the Bulldogs.
They certainly need to control the ball. They've been running Jimmy DeAndre effectively to start the half. And I think the defense has adjusted some to that. They run Ethan Lear off of that action. A little bit more deliberate than the mesh you would have with the injured Tyler Winter. He's been throwing the ball, 2 completes in this half. He's been on target with that. See which way they go.
Braylon Hawkins wide right. Josh Kishball wide left. Lear out of the gun. DeAndre is the running back. He gets the call off the right side of his running room. Over the 40 out to the 45-yard line. Some great blocking off the right side for Jimmy DeAndrea.
Safkoff, the safety, had to come up and eventually take his feet after him. But boy, you got the chains and sub. Sweeping action. He's parallel the line of scrimmage, 4 yards deep in the backfield. But as soon as he sees the seam near the C gap over to tight end position, he turns it north and south, and he has the quick acceleration.
13 yards for Jimmy DeAndrea. 1st and 10, Berwick at their 44-yard line. Lear out of the gun. Wide receiver to either side. Lear has the snap, gives to DeAndrea. Probes the right side, has some running room, gets out to midfield, maybe the 49-yard line of Valley View.
Matt Gordner pulling, leading the way on the sweep, gives him a kick out near the sideline. Jimmy DeAndre able to turn it up. He's been a hot hand. Again, paralleling the line of scrimmage, 4 yards deep. When he sees the seam, he turns it north-south. They'll give him a good 6 yards on that.
2nd down and 4. Berwick at midfield. Under 6 minutes to play. Berwick trailing 12-7, trying to pull off what would be considered a major upset to start this District 2 4A tournament. Slot to the right. Lear out of the gun. Gives to DeAndrea. Trying the left side and will get just a yard to the Valley View 49.
Yeah, Tyler Skoblick, the outside linebacker, read that. Little different look. Not that parallel sweeping action, but this more direct toward the B gap. And the outside linebacker able to come up. They'll still gain a good 2-3 yards on him, but they've been having bigger chunk plays.
3rd down call coming. Bulldogs need 3. Slot to the right. Lear out of the gun. Fakes handoff. Keeps the football and will not get the 1st down, but he's close.
And they'll go for it. Number 57 was there, Stephen Halloran, the other defensive end, who's a stellar athlete on this team. He was able to stand Ethan Lear up where he couldn't really drop his shoulder or finesse inside.
4th and 2. Berwick. 4:43 to go. This might be the play of the game. Lear under center, flag down before the snap.
Timeout for Berwick, I believe, Jim.
There's a flag here on the near side of the field.
Depends which came first. Berwick's coaches were calling for a timeout. They didn't like it. It was lined up to push the quarterback again, but they know that's not allowed. But it had that look. People were out of position. There was confusion. Berwick got the timeout. They'll pick the flag up as that came after the timeout was being called by the coaching staff on the far side.
4:36 to go. That's a lot of time on certain levels of football, but in high school football, this is probably the play of the game. If Berwick's going to pull off what would be considered a major upset, they're probably going to have to convert on this 4th and 2.
Yeah, and it's a short 2. I don't know if it's enough for a quarterback sneak, but I'd certainly be looking at Ethan Lear to be a key player in things. He's been able to find the seams throughout the year. Now, do you feel that you can power this against a very physical Valley View team expecting short yardage and trying to pop it? Jimmy DeAndre is a good power back. We'll see. Berwick coaching staff putting the heads together, talking to the players, telling them, hey, it's your season. You got to do it here. Linemen, give it
play of the game. Maybe the play of the season. 4th and 2 Berwick at the Valley View 48. Bulldogs trail 12-7. Lear has the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down and some to the 30-yard line. Ethan Lear off the right side. A straight run by the quarterback. No deception there. And the Bulldogs convert a huge play out of a 1st down at the 31.
Short side of the field up the top on the Berwick sideline. They decide to attack there. The two wingback tight ends are in that area for extra blocking. Jimmy DeAndre's going to lead the way as well. It's a student body action. You're bringing three different blockers plus the lineman. He follows them, and only Nick Kowarski stops it from being a touchdown.
From the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. 4 minutes to go in the game. DeAndre the call off the right side, has running room and gets down to the 23-yard line.
Boy, right now the Berwick offensive line, tight ends are doing the job. They're getting the shields that the running backs need and the quarterback running needs. Jimmy DeAndre is a spark plug in there. Strong running off the right side.
And a penalty against Berwick.
Oh, boy. Could be at the point of attack. What will they call? Will it be a hold from there? That would be quite the setback.
Boy, they're still walking. I did not see an indication.
Well, 5 yards is what they're walking. It looks like a long 5, but it's 5. That's where you can make it up. And, of course, you're going to have 4 downs. You need the touchdown to get the go-ahead points. Now, Berwick still can stay with that running game.
So it's 1st and 15. Bulldogs at the 36. Slot to the left. Ooh. Lear out of the gun. Has the snap. Gives to DeAndrea off the right side. Has some running room. Jimmy DeAndrea out of bounds inside the 30.
Made up the penalty yards plus 2. Boy, I saw Berwick walk a wide receiver on from the sideline after they're on the huddle, Jim. I'm surprised that wasn't called. Maybe I saw it wrong. But boy, it looked a little fishy when I peered down and saw that man coming into play.
2nd and 7. Berwick at the 28-yard line. 3:25 to go in the game. Bulldogs trail 12-7. Harrison Snyder on a wing to the right. DeAndre gets the call up the middle, and he's inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Harrison Snyder's presence widens people. You know they want to go behind his blocks. We went out there at the wing back on the right side, and Berwick hits tighter inside the C gap or right over the tackle. They opened things up just by the presence of Harrison Snyder out wide.
3rd down and 3, Berwick. Trailing 12-7, 2:55 to go in the game. Jake Lisnock has checked in. He's a wide receiver to the left. Lear out of the gun. DeAndrea to his left. DeAndrea the call off the right side, inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Berwick.
Matt Gordner pulled it from his right guard position. He's a kick-out block on the outside. Sweeping action, but a different type of blocking scheme. Not using Harrison Snyder that time, but using Matt Gordner to get the block out there wide and get Jimmy DeAndrea running hard.
2:25, the clock is running. This is the drive of the game. Probably the drive of the season as Berwick tries to pull off a major upset. DeAndrea to the left of Lear. DeAndrea gets the call, and he's brought down for loss back at the 22-yard line. Big defensive play.
Yes, it was. Stephen Holleran, one of the defensive ends who studs for this team, came in and made the play. Berwick's getting very quick off the ball, Jim. In fact, so quick I think they may be beating the snap. They're going to have to watch for that. They've been very quick on the H of the hut. They're getting off. Some may be a half a second too soon, but that time was Halloran who made the quickness and used the stop.
1:40 to go in the game. 2nd and 14, Berwick at the 22. Lear is back to throw, and he fires it. It's intercepted. And the ball is dropped. The scramble's on at the 25-yard line.
Tyler Skoblik had it, took a step, and then dropped it. How do they rule? It looks like they're going to spot it as Valley View ball. Oh, the timing was tough. I don't know how I'd have called that. I think you have to give him the catch and the possession and then the step, and then the ball popped forward and he falls on it. Bad break for Berwick. Interception, the second of the game, thrown by Ethan Lear. He drilled it, but Skoblik was in position to step in front of the receiver. They're calling a holding against Berwick. That will be declined. And it will be 1st down for Valley View with 1 minute, 27 seconds left.
Bulldogs do have their full complement of timeouts remaining, but another good-looking drive by Berwick, but this comes up short. third turnover of the game against the Bulldogs, all of those coming in Valley View territory.
Heartbreaking at the end, Jim. Guy who carried you all the way and all season, guy who's been sort of an MVP for your team, and Ethan Lear drills it, thinking he has the receiver slanting in, but the outside linebacker interposes himself, pretty much drills him into numbers. He has it, and then it's a decision for the referee whether it's intercepted and then fumbled or whether it's not a completed interception.
Power eye to the right. Mausberger gives to Higgins, and he gets forward. Mike Fell wraps him up after a gain of 4. Berwick will use a timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:18 to go, 12-7 Valley View. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Injury timeout on the field as they tend to one of the Bulldogs with 1:18 to go in the game.
Mike Fell, who was in on that tackle, Jim, is slow to get up, working on a leg as he lays there. Well, both teams will take some time to think things out, but boy, Berwick had that drive going. Sort of slowed down a little bit. Thought they might try to stay with the run, but it was a down and distance situation where the coaching staff felt they were going to have to pass to get it. Can't disagree with the decision. And boy, what an effort in the second half without Tyler Winter.
Oh, they've outplayed Valley View.
Oh.
And it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, in this second half, most certainly. And again, while you're sort of adjusting the game plan on the fly, Tyler Winter is your guy. Been your first half ball carrier. Your best play is that zone read, and all of a sudden that's gone.
Well, credit the offensive line, and credit Jimmy DeAndrea. He ran very, very hard.
Right, and he allowed for the counter plays then when Ethan Lear wanted to keep the ball, or when the coaches decided he should keep the ball. Now, the offensive line was good, and never forget Harrison Snyder. You know, you don't talk offensive line, you don't talk tight ends. But what a game he's had, too, offensively and defensively.
Clock begins to run. Valley View. Mausberger under center. Berwick showing blitz. Call goes to Higgins. Higgins is wrapped up. Skylar Neville made the first contact at about the 31-yard line. And Berwick will step in using a timeout with 51.5 seconds to go. We'll keep it here. Reminder to stay with us for the post-game show. Andy will have the stats for you. And Julie Lentz will bring us updated on the high school football playoff schedule for tonight. Boy, what a second half for Berwick. 2 long drives. One off the opening kickoff to pull within 12-7. The other one to get as close as the 18-yard line of Valley View before the interception. Obviously, the penalty was big.
Penalty makes it tough. 1st and 10, you stay with your running game. All of a sudden, when you add that 5 yards and take that first play away, now it becomes 15 yards that you need, and you have to mix that pass in to realistically feel that you can get it. Just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for the way that this Berwick team has played in this second half. Considering the adversity of losing Tyler Winter, the whole need to totally change the game plan. What a second half they've had.
3rd and 4, Valley View from their 32. And keeping the ball and going off the right side is Nemo, and he is very, very close to the first down.
He's tough. Again, they alternate quarterbacks, 5 or 6 different people. You're never quite sure who's going to get it. I don't think they're looking to move the chains yet. They have the down marker right at the line to gain.
And they just moved it. The referee just signaled first down. Or did he? He's pointing toward a first down. He's done it with his right hand. He's done it with the left hand, but they haven't moved anything, and those does not look like a
just now
sure thing, and now it is. So he finally convinced his colleagues that it was indeed a... The Cougars a Berwick team that is going to come up just a bit short as the game is over. Valley View 12, Berwick 7. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now. Always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. Taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
To become 30. Years to come.
Journey Bank, with you every step of the way on your financial journey.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
With the right treatment and support, recovery from addiction is not just possible, it is probable. Millions of Americans have gone on to live fulfilling lives in recovery from addiction. You can start your journey to recovery today. Call 1-800-662-4357 for drug and alcohol treatment and support services in your area. Recovery starts with a call. Contact 1-800-662-HELP today.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
The home of the Berwick Bulldogs. This is W234BH Berwick at 94.7, WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, W288CF Danville at 105.5, and streaming online at thisispopradio.com. Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Bulldogs just broke a huddle around acting head coach Bo Orlando. Down below us to our right, I would imagine a very, very proud acting head coach Bo Orlando. His Bulldogs came up just short in an upset bid tonight, losing to Valley View by a score of 12-7 as Berwick dominated the second half. Didn't start well for the Bulldogs as Valley View took the opening kickoff, went 5 plays, 74 yards. Their outstanding tailback, Cam Higgins, did most of the heavy lifting with runs of 44, 17, 11, and then took it in from the 3-yard line for the touchdown. The kick failed, but Valley View had an early 6-0 lead. Berwick came back with a drive of their own that reached the Valley View 35-yard line. But on 4th and 14 from the 40, Robert Sebastianelli intercepted a pass by Ethan Lear deep in Valley View territory. And the first quarter ended with Valley View leading 6-0. The Bulldogs got it into Valley View territory in the second quarter. Ethan Lear made a nice run for a first down, but fumbled the football, and Valley View took over at the 32-yard line. Later in that second quarter, Valley View, after a short punt, put together a 4-play, 38-yard drive. Cam Higgins again from 7 yards out for the score. The pass for the extra point came up short, but Valley View took a 12-0 lead in the halftime. Boy, did things happen in the second half that really changed things, and it didn't look good for Berwick. They lost Tyler Winter, their leading rusher on the season, to an injury in the second quarter. He did not play in the second half. They're down 12-0. They take the second half kickoff without Winter and put together a 10-play, 75-yard scoring drive, capped on a 9-yard touchdown run by Ethan Lear. Several big runs by Braylon Hawkins on that drive. Luke Peters kicked the extra point. Berwick was within 12-7 with still 6:03 to go in the third. And then the Bulldogs put together another terrific drive. Starting at their 31-yard line, they put together a drive that reached the Valley View 18-yard line where they had a 1st and 10. We're in the fourth quarter now, and Berwick looks to take the lead. But with 1:27 to go, after a penalty that put it into a passing situation, Ethan Lear's pass was picked off by Tyler Skoblink. Valley View ran out the clock, and they win it. The final score, Valley View 12, Berwick 7. For an update on other playoff scores, let's go to Julie Lentz.
Thanks again so much, Jim. Looking at my score sheet down here, got a couple in the fourth, got a couple finals to report, so here we go. District 2, Class 4A quarterfinals. Right now, Nanticoke, Crestwood, they are tied 14-14 in the fourth. Dallas, they beat Wallenpaupack 43-11. That's a final. Wyoming area, North Pocono. I know you guys were looking at that game. Wyoming area is ahead of North Pocono with 31-19 in the fourth. District 2, 3A semifinal. Western Wayne is ahead of Lake Lehman, 21-16. That's in the fourth. District 2, 2A semifinals. Dunmore is ahead of Susquehanna, 36-14. That's in the fourth. Riverside is ahead of Mid-Valley, 21-6. That's also in the fourth. District 2 Class A championship game. Lackawanna Trail beat Old Forge tonight, 40-0. That's a final. District 2 5A semifinal. Delaware Valley, they beat Pittston area, 42-7. That's a final. District 2 6A quarterfinals. Nazareth is ahead of Wilkes-Barre area, 42-6. That's in the fourth. And Parkland, it is ahead of Williamsport, 49-0, also in the fourth. District 4 3A quarterfinals. Danville is ahead of Athens, 55-7. That's in the fourth. Loyalsock beat Cowanesque Valley, 49-20. That's a final. Right now, Warrior Run is ahead of Mifflinburg, 21-14. That's in the fourth. Like I said, at halftime, the Southern Columbia and North Penn Mansfield game, that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. And Line Mountain is ahead of Towanda, 33-7 in the fourth. That's for District 4 2A quarterfinals. That's what I got for tonight, so let's head back one more time with Jim and Andy.
Thank you very much, Julie. Here it is a 12-7 Valley View win over Berwick. Stats from tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Well, overall, Valley View has the edge, 225 yards to Berwick's 186. But boy, it was doubled in the first half, 152 for Valley View to 67. What a second half Berwick did play. And they did it without Tyler Winter. Let's start with Valley View's stats overall. 36 plays compared to 45 offensive snaps for Berwick. So Berwick did manage to keep away. 225 total, 213 on the ground and just 12 in the air. Neither team were passing very much. Dom Mimo had the singular catch from Casey Marlsberger. He was 1 of 5, 1 interception thrown, and just 12 yards for Dom Mimo. On the ground, though, that's where this team does focus. Cam Higgins, their leading rusher on the season. He had 1174 coming in, at 119 to that as they continue into the playoff round. 16 carries for 119 yards for Cam Higgins. I think the man in the second half who kind of hurt Berwick was Preston Reed. In the opener, week 2, September 1st, he had a 125-yard game. Here at halftime, he had just 29, but just 3 carries. He finishes with 6 carries in all, but 75 yards. Nick Koharski doing some wildcat quarterbacking. He has 21 yards on 3 carries. Dom Mimo, same thing. Put him under center. Why not? 3 carries for 11. And then looking on down, it's still you get to the quarterback, Casey Marlsberger. He lost 13 as he was sacked on a couple occasions. 213 on 31 rushes, 12 in the air, 225 on 36 plays for Valley View Cougars. I mentioned compare those 36 plays to Berwick's 45, and they're 186 yards, very respectable showing, especially without Tyler Winter. On the ground, it was 138 yards. In the air, 48 yards. Ethan Lear throwing was 3 of 12, suffered 2 interceptions, 48 yards for him. Billy Hansen had 2 of the catches. Both were 14-yarders, so 2 catches for 28. Braylon Hawkins had the other catch, a nice 20-yarder there, 48 yards in the air. On the ground, 138. Tyler Winter had his yardage by halftime, 17, and then he suffered an injury. We could not see him come back. He'll finish his season with 919 yards. Was hoping to do a little bit more than that, but injuries did set him back. In fact, it changed the whole complexion of the second half. Had to go to a different type of game plan. Jimmy DeAndre is a different type of runner, but boy, did he come through. At halftime, he had just 1 carry for 1 yard. He finishes in the second half. He'll have 11 carries in all for 60 yards. Looking real good. And the sweeping action, then turning it north-south. Powerful runner also with speed. Braylon Hawkins had 2 carries. Give him, I have 22 on that, but I'm off by 13 yards. So we'll have to add that up. Billy Hansen took 1 for 1 yard. The team took a kneel down. And Ethan Lear, I have him with a total of 61 yards on 12 carries. So 138 plus 13 that I missed for Braylon Hawkins in the running game. 48 yards in the passing game. 186 yards. Jim, a thriller. Tough way to end the season with a loss, but boy, you can be very, very proud of that second half effort.
You know, you lose your head coach after the first game of the season. You get clobbered a couple of times early. You have injuries. You have inexperience. We mentioned the record of the teams that have beaten Berwick this season. It's phenomenal. But what an effort here tonight. I mean, the way Valley View moved the ball on that first series, it looked like it was going to be a long, long night for the Bulldogs. Yeah. They just got more into it, more physical as the game went along, and even without one of their offensive stars, they outplay Valley View in the second half.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's almost like they warmed up, Jim. You know, it's a cold night, and sometimes you're not into the collisions. Your hands are cold. You don't want to get mixed up, and it's a much bigger team. Boy, it looked like it was going to be a mercy rule in the first half the way it started out. But then all of a sudden, you kind of get that anger going. You get that chip on your shoulder. You're feeling a little humiliated. And Berwick came back strong. He came back very, very strong. And then when you take the adjustments that have to be made in the second half after losing Tyler Winter, you know, your whole game plan changes where, 60, 70, 80% of your offense is going to be that zone read, and that's got to leave. You got to go with a whole different scheme. And with Jimmy DeAndre, it became sweeps. It became Ethan Lear pulling the ball out and running different deceptions. It came, or a little bit of the passing game. We saw formation. I don't even know how aware you were when they threw to Braylon Hawkins. They came out with the center and 2 guards, and everyone else spread out wide. So they weren't saving anything in the playbook. I think they adjusted real well. I think the coaches should be proud of their own effort. They don't think of it that way. They think of the players, and they look at it from their perspective. But great effort by the players. I think a great effort by the coaches throughout the season to see the progression and to see this team develop You know, for a team that was embarrassed on September 1st, to come in and play a game where you're, 18 yards away from winning it.
And Bulldogs come through with a terrific effort here tonight. Andy, you and I have done a lot of better Berwick seasons and wins and losses, but this team, as the season went along, was fun to watch.
And you really want to root for them. You know, we try to stay neutral and stay unbiased in our calls. We certainly appreciate the efforts of the other team when we see it. But when you see the effort that's being given, even when things don't go right and things, fall apart, you're seeing, after the first 2-3 games, it was just very competitive. I like the way that things evolved with this team, and I'd be proud to be a senior that's leaving.
12 altogether for the Bulldogs. Valley View with the win goes to 9-2. They'll be home next week, probably against Wyoming Area. You heard Julie give that score earlier. Wyoming Area appear to be in control in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs will close out their season with a 3-8 record. At final again, Valley View 12 and Berwick 7. For Andy Lickney and our producer Julie Lentz, this is Jim Doyle reminding you heard it live on Pop Radio.